So Dennis, you've worked on a lot of crops, but I kind of consider you one of our resident citrus experts. But by being so, one product that works exceptionally well on citrus is 217-17. I know a lot is proprietary, but give us a little breakdown on UltraGrow's 217-17 and what makes it different.
Well, because 217-17 has the orthophosphate and the potassium hydroxide, it's a very plant-ready product. So as you apply it, it goes to work immediately. A lot of other products out there take time to break down, take time to get in the root zone, take time to get into the leaf. Also, a lot of the nutrients and micronutrients go on the back of phosphorus, so that helps carry it into the plant.
Now phosphorus, I mean, that is the energy source of a plant. You're creating ATP in that Krebs cycle, and we don't want to get crazy on the chemistry with you, but you mentioned orthophosphate again as opposed to, say, polyphosphate. A plant cannot drink polyphosphate in a soil solution.
That is correct. And because it takes time to break down, so that's one of the reasons we work so well is when you apply it, it goes to work. You don't need quite as much product. It is much faster. You can almost see it the next day after you apply it because it's traveling. It's making the tree metabolism speed up, which is like anything else. The faster metabolism works, the more energy is stored, released, back to the roots, up to the leaves. It's a wonderful product.
And we've got other NPK products that we put out there, but when you throw out a number, it isn't just a number. It's just not nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. It's how they all interact together. But with 217-17, you're getting even more than that.
Yeah, because of the blend we have with organic acids, the carbon, the spreader, the micronutrients. It's a very complete product. So you're not
vitamins. I mean, we always forget to even throw that out there. But, I mean,
true. There's copper, molybdenum, nickel, a lot of products that make it all balanced, make it all work. And it's just like a trigger. It just, boom, that plant just turns on and goes.
Some people get a little scared when you talk about potassium hydroxide because by itself, caustic potash is an 11 pH.
Correct.
When we blend that with the phosphoric acid and organic acid, we're bringing it back down to a neutral pH.
Yeah, it's pH of 7. And it's balanced in the tank. It doesn't tie up with much except for calcium. And you have to be careful to certain degrees because certain heavy metals, such as copper or oils, it actually makes it, I don't want to say hotter, but it makes it more toxic to the tree because it's driving it into the plant and the tissue.
Now, as a crop nutritionist, as a CCA, you probably never run into a farmer that didn't put out enough nitrogen, so we usually don't have to worry about a farmer's nitrogen budget. What we're trying to do now with our nitrogen management plans is bring that down a little bit, but this is a great product to go along with a grower's nitrogen program to just focus more on the micronutrients and the phosphorus and the potassium.
With the nitrogen management programs going on, even with sustainable agriculture, we're able to reduce inputs, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and all the other micros, to where we are really getting this thing dialed down tight.
You've seen on a few of your crops, and some of our other advisors that have been out there have found that the nitrogen use is actually less. Even one of my growers the last 2 years has not taken the last 2 truckloads of nitrogen on his section of almonds because he got all the other nutrition balanced. You think 217-17 is a great product to help make that happen?
It's extremely important. If you want to do nitrogen reduction, you have to increase your phosphorus and potassium, but phosphorus is probably one of the more important because it is the energy. Just as nitrogen, promotes growth, so does phosphorus. It really makes that plant go to work and increases metabolism, speeds up the cellular division, speeds up everything. It really works well.
Now, getting a little more specific onto citrus, there are certain times of the year when you really like to use 217-17 over other products. What do you see, and sometimes as quickly as a couple days, when you go back out into an orchard and say, this is why we did 217-17 because it does these things?
It brings up soluble solids, your bricks, your sugars. It promotes color. It promotes size and growth of fruit. It makes it healthier. It even, to a certain degree, helps with mites. If you got a stressed tree, it'll help bring the stress out of the tree.
Right.
It firms up fruit like grapes and deciduous fruits. It'll help firm it up because there again, it speeds the metabolism up.
Right.
And so it's just a wonderful go-to product in the soil and or foliar.
Citrus also runs the risk if there are those different varieties that come off early, late fall, early winter, but those that are late winter, early spring, so they've got to survive all through the winter. You find with 217-17, because it's creating more carbohydrate than just rank water growth, you have less frost issues or damage because things get cold.
Correct, because you'll, as has been written by the university, high nitrogen levels during cold seasons create more frost damage. But if you have higher phosphorus, it's like running in place. The metabolism of the plant is sped up. It's hard to comprehend, but it's like rubbing your hands together very hard and very fast. They warm up. That's pretty much what the phosphorus is doing. It's going to give you a couple degrees. It's hard to quantify to a certain degree, but I've seen it. It works. It's amazing what it can do for you.
Well, feel free to ask your crop nutritionist what 21717 can do for you.